Y'all, so I'm on the tail end of this sickness, so I feel good enough. I'm gonna cough. Hold on. I feel good enough to go ahead. So this is gonna be my mom doesn't like me part of the series, but this is gonna be the official part 4. So if I'm not mistaken, we're at the part where electrical fire happened. We moved into his house. We already look, y'all. I already went into enough detail about when the actual proposition occurred. Um, well, I didn't tell you verbatim what he said, which is what he later on admitted to. So I told you about the age that it occurred. I told you exactly what I had on. So I'll tell you exactly what happened. Okay. So I was in my room. Tish was somewhere. He was in that room. This is when we moved in to the house on Patterson Street in Riverdale, Maryland. Um, I don't know what, like I said, Tish could have been at work. I don't know. The nigga really never kept a job, so it's not like he was never not at home. Anyway, so he had called me in that room, and the way that the bed was right here, the TV was right there, and it was like a little table, like across from their bed or whatever. I would always sit there, like, if any of them called me in there, I'm never like, unless it was just Tish there, like I didn't feel comfortable to like sit on the bed with it's just him in the bed, okay? Because stuff was already going on. He already smacking my butt, touching me a little bit too long, hugging me real tight. It's just, it gave that he was doing permissible type things too, which in my opinion, if I was the mother, fuck no. This would have never happened in a million fucking years, but I didn't have me as a mom. Anyway, so he called me in their room. He told me about the dreams he was having, about how he's been wanting me for a long time. Mind you, y'all, I'm 14 at the time. So, you've been wanting me for a long time. I met you on and off when I was like, because it's not the first time he's seeing him, but this is this is when they were actually in a full blown relationship. So I would say I met him for the first time when I was like 12 ish, right? So you've been wanting me for a long time. So you've been wanting me since I was 12. You sick ass bitch. Anyway. So this is where the proposition came into hand, and this is when I was just like, oh, this nigga is like for real, for real. So he had propositioned me after he said all that he had said about him wanting to perform fellatio on me. And then he said, if you tell your mother, I'm going to deny it, and who do you think she's going to believe? And let me tell you why he had this much confidence in him that she was going to believe him. Like I told you guys previously, this lady never had my fucking side. Hold on to that. So remember how I told you guys, I told you I'm going to tie this all in. Remember how I told you guys how she had given permission to beat me after my fight in school when we was living in Cooper's Crossing before the electrical fire. Okay, cool. So I told my aunt at the time that she allowed that to happen. So then my maternal side of the family staged this intervention. So me and her lived at the bottom of the hill of the apartments, okay, at the bottom of the hill. My aunt at the time and my first cousin lived like, if y'all know, y'all know. Anyway, lived in the first section of the apartments, like the first pull in. When you make that left, where the apartments are, you make that first left. They were in that first little section. So that's where the intervention had took place. It was my aunt, my older sister, my aunt's son, my grandfather. I said my grandmother. My grandmother, and then it was her, my bio mother, and her boyfriend, fiance, whatever the fuck, her now estranged husband. So the topic of the discussion was her allowing him to beat me. I'm sitting in between my grandmother's legs. She got her hands like around me. My grandmother was sitting in her rocking chair. So the discussion is had. Of course, she's defensive because my man, so male-centered, fuck your child, whatever. I deserved it. It was warranted. My behavior is so fucked up, Just paint your daughter as the worst person in the entire world because you want to save face for this fucking man. Anyway, things get riled up or whatever. My aunt at the time and my bio mother, they get into it real bad. And this is when I found out a family secret. So they going back and forth, yelling at each other's faces, getting real hot, whatever, whatever. They cussing at each other, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, this, da, da, da. And then I just hear my aunt at the time saying to my mother, yeah, you need to go be with your real father. You need to go be with your real father. You need to go be with your real father. So mind you, I'm a kid, but I'm not slow, so I'm hearing what I'm hearing, right? So, like I said, that lady had that man's side. So she left me and they went to his house. I was at my aunt at the time house for like 2 days. And then I felt so bad that even though I was the abused party, I was so like, what they call it, Stockholm Syndrome? I was so mentally fucked up as a child that even though I was getting treated horribly, I still felt guilty. I'm calling out for help because I'm over here getting fucked up and fucked over. But I felt bad and I felt guilty. So I would like sneak in the bathroom to whisper and call her and be like, hey, can I come home? Can you come get me? Da 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 da. And my aunt at the time overheard that conversation. She said, well, you just want to go so you can go. But mind you, in the back of my head, I'm still talking about what you talking about when you saying she need to go be with her real father. That's not even a pillar of pain. Long story short, the man that I knew to be my grandfather is not my biological grandfather because of some family mess, but we ain't gonna talk about all that. Anyway, so I get dropped back off at her boyfriend, whatever house her boyfriend at the time house. So, mind you, he's emotional. Like, I go in the house, they in the living room on was it an air mattress? Because like I said, we was living in the house doing renovations, so no insulation in the walls, like bare ass beams, like it's just a mess. So I'm going up the stairs. This big ass nigga laying face down on the air mattress, and she's sitting up in the air mattress, rubbing his back, consoling him because he's so emotional. Your family hates me, da 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 da. Like, it's just crazy. Your family hates me, da 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 da. And right hand to the Father above. The pillar of pain in this situation that I knew that this was just the beginning, even though this had been going on forever. I knew there was no turning back when she said this. She said she would choose him over me. You already have, through your actions, you already have chosen this man over me. But now to verbalize that, like, as a kid, I already know you hate me because there's no way that you can love me because of how you treat me. But because I reached out for help, because you let this grown-ass man beat the shit out of me, because I reached out for help, I'm wrong. And you would choose this man over me. Y'all, this shit don't even feel real sometimes. This shit don't even feel like, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. But the story continues. Hopefully I don't sound like a man. I'm, like I said, y'all, I'm coming out of having the flu. But I still gotta get this stuff out here because, like I said, I'm not just doing this for myself. This is a sense of release for me, but I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm letting other people know that you can go through it, but it's not the end. Pain is temporary. Do not make a permanent decision about your life over some temporary pain. I don't mean that feel like that in a moment, but you can make it. Okay? I got some more stuff to say. My time is running out. I'm gonna see you on the next part, y'all. Okay.